start a board environment, right? I've been so itchy. I really need to start looking at exposures. I think I did this one the other day. Alright, so here's that. I really need to start looking at exposures. I'm also, I think I did this one about some stuff too. It's kind of on my mind. We were talking about yesterday. I'm also like, as far as get checked, what's going on is, I'm also going to talk about some stuff too. It's kind of on my mind. We were talking a lot about it yesterday. I think that you guys want to start as far as what's going on with your family and friends. That way that if there's communication between you, that you know that it's like two-way verification, but like in real life. Making code words with your family and friends. When you were a kid, there's communication. We can't get into this area without the password. You know that it's like two-way verification, but like in real life. Secret code word between you and when you were a kid, you were just like for future reference. Can't get into this area without the password. I personally have enacted, as well as I feel that you guys should do the secret code word between you enacted a 24-hour check-in. Just in case. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world today. Another thing that I personally have enacted, as well as I feel that you guys should do this as well. So I've enacted a 24-hour check-in as a person who. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world today, and our loved ones are all over the world, our family, our friends, and stuff like that. So as a influencer, as a content creator, as a little bit more person who is able to access the internet and talk to the masses. It's needed, like I said, and also locally, if for some reason you don't hear back from so and so within 24 hours, I want you guys to start checking in with each other a little bit more, because you can be some person if you need to, but it's needed. Like I said, it's a 24-hour check-in. You guys can make sure that you're keeping. If for some reason you don't hear back from so and so, even if it's a virtual check-in, at that point you can go ahead and report missing person if you need to. But there's a lot of chaos. That way you guys can make sure that you're keeping up with each other, be aware of each other, even if it's a virtual check-in. Anything. Because there's a lot of chaos going on in the world today, and I want you guys to be able to, like I said, if you don't hear, be aware of each other a little bit more. Thereby is 48 hours. And in 24 hours, you could be out clear across the other side of the country. If you really want to that's my challenge to you guys. Unfortunately, with these scenarios, like I said, if you don't hear back from them in a lot 24 hours, that thereby is 48 hours. And in 24 hours, so you could be out clear across. And don't think that because you're indoors that you're safe. If you really want to push it that far. Unfortunately, with these scenarios are going in buildings. It's not a lot can happen in 24 hours. A lot can happen. It's not a regular protest. It's more like what's happening. And don't think that because you're indoors that you're safe. Some of the cities within the United States, but now it's these are going in buildings. It's not a regular. It's not a regular protest. It's more like what was happening. I feel like it's previously with some of the cities within the United States, but now it's more to make ourselves aware that because of the fact that we have become so comfortable in our lack of needing awareness for situations like this. I feel like it's not imperative for us to take that first step right now to make ourselves aware that these things are happening. It's happening in our backyard. Make sure that you're checking in with people. It's going to happen in your own yard. okay? So, or that there's a possibility of it. So,
not trying to fearmonger, not trying to push, any kind of agenda or anything other than safety first, right? So make sure that you're checking in with people.
I'd rather you guys be safe than sorry.
Sure everybody's okay.
I'm just saying this to the air,
and they are where. Be honest. Say where you are.
Just be vigilant.
Because
be aware, a little more aware of your surroundings. Like
it could happen at any point in time.
Wednesday,
and we don't know what's going to happen.
So, Jim, I'd rather you guys be safe than sorry. If you're out and about, I'm just saying this to the air,
or even at
we don't
home.
need to do this anymore.
Unfortunately, a lot of these events are happening.
Just
not
vigilant.
just in big cities, but
be aware, a little more aware of your surroundings. Like I was saying the other day, and at Wednesday, about the gym.
Okay.
When you're alone and
then
you're out and
because
about,
the tensions are high,
or even
everybody's
going
to be on it.
Unfortunately, a lot of these
give a little
events
bit
are
of grace
happening,
to each other.
not just in big cities, but they're
things
also happening in
tough
smaller
right now
areas as
for
well.
everybody.
So,
whether you're in a serious situation or not,
just be aware of that.
kind of an area.
And then because the tensions are high, everybody's going to be on edge. So give a little bit of grace to each other and understand that times are tough right now for everybody.
No matter whether you're in a serious situation or not,
being prepared is
not so
kind of
bad.
in an area of your
I
own
would
personal
rather
life
be
that you're going through your
warrior
own
and
trials and tribulations.
than need to be a gardener.
No matter where you are on this spectrum of severity in life,
special skills to be successful.
like I said, safety first. So,
but
being prepared is not so bad.
And awareness.
I would rather be a warrior in a garden.
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have answers.
Be a gardener in a
Each
war.
one of you guys are going to
Not to say that they're not have the special skills to be successful in whatever their endeavors are, but having that knowledge and that awareness will help you once these situations start happening. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have answers.
Each one of you guys are going to go through.
I'm not saying go gung ho, and I'm not. Sometimes, like I said, just a 24-hour check-in at the very least. You don't realize how much that will help. I mean, if it gets down to it where it starts to get really serious, cut down that time, make it 12 hours, make it. I'm not saying go gung ho
if you have to,
but like I said, just a 24-hour check-in at the very least.
It comes down to it,
you don't realize how much that will help.
The thing is,
I mean, if it gets down to it where it starts to get really serious, cut down that time, make it 12 hours, make it an hour, half hour if you have to.
So
10 minutes.
When
I'm not
you have
joking.
the
When it comes down to
how are
it,
you going to be
you're
able to
really
reach
going to
out
want.
to the other
And the thing is, in a war type situation, there's
Americans
that
haven't been in a
right?
wartime situation.
But also the cutoff of communication happens too.
That's
so
generations.
When
understand
you have the cutoff of communication, how are you going to be able to reach out to the other family members and stuff?
And whether these
Americans haven't been in a wartime situation on our own
having
land
this
in over 100 years.
situation legitimately,
That's
one
generations
force versus
that
another,
don't understand what
party
real-time war is,
I have
firsthand
I
on-land
don't know
war
if the
is.
intention is
And
what
whether
they're
these
saying it is, or
people
if it's something
are
else behind the scenes. So,
having this
we don't know if this
situation
is
legitimately
and I'm saying
one
highly
force
proposed,
versus
not
another,
to
or
post
if there's
this,
a third
but,
party or a fourth party
it
involved.
could
I
be
have no
another
idea.
country coming in.
I don't know if
underneath
the
guise
intention
of
is
blah, blah, blah.
what they're
like
saying
I
it
was
is,
saying
or
the
if
other
it's
day
something
about
else
some
behind the
people
scenes.
who were hired
So
to do
we don't
these
know if this
things.
is even.
And
I'm saying highly to
we've
boast,
heard a lot
not
of
to boast
different
this, but
stories from a lot of different places.
it
On
could be
top
another
of that,
country
now,
coming in underneath the guise
we're
of
facing
blah, blah,
AI.
blah.
So
like I was saying
the
other day
information
about
that you're
solar
getting, the
cells,
videos that
people
you're
who
getting,
are hired
all
to
of a
do
sudden
these
pop up.
things.
Wow, there's
And,
like a whole.
I mean, we've heard a lot of
700
different stories from a
book
lot of
on this
different
whole new
places.
process.
On
that we're
top
gonna
of
go
that,
through
now
kind of thing.
we're
Just pop
facing
up out of
AI.
nowhere.
So
We
the
don't know
information
if
that you're
it's
getting, the
because
videos
the
that you're
lines of
getting,
reality have now
all of a sudden pop up.
So
Wow, there's like
the videos that you're watching.
700-page book on this whole new process that we're going to go through now.
You get a phone call from someone.
Just pop up out
There's
of
a
nowhere.
possibility it's not real.
We don't know if it's real
I'm
or
not
not because
kidding when I'm
the lines
saying
of
this.
reality
This
have
is
now
not
been
like
blurred.
some conspiracy
So,
theory bullshit.
The videos that you're watching,
And
be
it
aware
is
that there's
right
a
now.
possibility that they're not
So,
real.
Like I said, just put
You
it
get
out
a
there
phone
for
call from
awareness.
someone. There's a possibility it's not real.
We don't know.
I'm not
We
kidding
don't
when
know
I'm saying this. This
And
is not like some
I hope that you
conspiracy
guys are
theory
able to,
bullshit. This is legitimate.
At least
And it is right now.
diligent in
So,
trying to be proactive.
like I said,
at
just
least
put it out
certain
there for your
percentage
awareness.
yourselves,
Because
because we really have no idea.
we
what's
don't know.
coming.
We don't know what's
That
happening.
could be
And
a good thing.
I hope that
or it
you
could
guys are
be a
able
bad
to,
thing.
at least
be diligent in trying to be proactive, at least
change,
at a certain percentage for yourself.
This is something that
because we really have no idea what's coming.
So
That could be
aware
a
that there's
good thing,
many
or it could be a bad
possibilities
thing.
out there right now, and
You know?
anything can happen at any point
So,
in time.
when we wish for change,
You
we're
guys
getting
stay
change.
safe.
But
Naturally,
this is something that I
believe
think
you
that
guys, if
there's
you were
other
with
hands
me,
involved
I think
in that,
Jay,
so just be aware that there's many
here and been in
possibilities
OG
out
from the
there right
beginning,
now. And
you guys remember
and
how I
anything can
was
happen
when
at
the
any point in
first
time.
riots were
So
happening.
I hope that you guys
When
stay
we
safe.
came back from the beach,
Naturally. I believe you
when
guys, if you were
Wilmington's
with me,
riots
I think
were
Jay,
going on, we literally left the beach the day that
since you've been here and been an OG
started.
from the beginning,
That
you guys
in that
remember
time
how I
period of
was
us
when the first
literally
riots were
driving out of the
happening.
middle of
When we came back from
That's
the
when the
beach,
and
when
we
Wilmington's
ended up, instead of
riots
going
were going on,
home
we literally left
from
the beach the day that
Wilmington,
the Wilmington riots
through
started.
Raleigh
That
and Winston
in that
Salem
time
and
period of
Greensboro
us
and stuff like that,
literally
instead of
driving
going
out
that
of the middle
route,
of Wilmington,
we ended up having to go
That's when
the
the riots
entirety of South Carolina
and
border,
we ended up, instead of
and
going
maybe bypass
home
a possible
from
riot in Charlotte,
Wilmington,
just to get back
like,
to Statesville.
through
I mean, it was
Raleigh
that bad.
and Winston
And
Salem
all the
and
roads
Greensboro
were
and stuff
blocked,
like that.
instead of going that route,
And so
we ended
really-
up having to
had no
go
choice
the
but to
entirety
go
of
an
South
alternate
Carolina
route.
border,
And it took me
and
extra
maybe
time to
bypass
get
a
home.
possible riot in
And
Charlotte
gas
just to get back
and
to
all this
Statesville.
other resources.
I mean,
because
it
I
was
had kids.
that bad.
And
So-
all of the roads were blocked.
It's not a
and
fun
so
experience.
we had no
okay?
choice
and
but
if you've
to
ever been
go
in
an
a
alternate route.
scenario
And it took me
where
extra
you've
time to
lived
get
in an
home,
area that has had a riot,
and
you know
gas
what I'm
and
talking
all this
about.
other resources, because I had the kids with me.
Now, I have not
So-
experienced a riot firsthand, so I can't say that.
It's not a fun experience,
I
okay?
have
And if you've ever
experienced
been in
secondhand from
a
9/11
scenario
riots,
or if you
being right
have
there
lived in
and
an area
it
that's
being
had a
told to
riot,
me that
you
these
know
things
what
are
I'm
happening.
talking about.
So,
Now,
I
I
don't
have
wanna
not
see it. I don't
experienced
wanna
a
ruin
riot
anybody that
firsthand,
has
so I
it.
can't
I wish
say
it would
that
stop.
personally.
but
I have
I
experienced
understand,
secondhand
the
from
viewpoint of what
9/11
they're trying to
riots,
push.
being
I get
right
that,
there and
but
it being told to me
this
that
is
these things
something
are
else
happening.
on top of that.
So I don't want to see it. I don't
Just
ever
be
want
very
anybody
aware
to
of your
have to see it. I
surroundings.
wish it would
Like
stop.
I said,
But
you know,
I understand
protect
the
yourselves
viewpoint
out
of what
there.
they're trying to push. I get that.
This is super scary, and I don't think
This
that
is
anybody's
something
ready for
else
this.
on top of that.
So,
So
and I hope I'm wrong. I hope
just
I'm
be very
just
aware of your
getting
surroundings.
overexcited.
Like I said,
and this is why I don't read the
protect
news.
yourselves
This is
out
why
there.
I don't get too much into that.
This is super
because
scary.
I do.
And I don't think that
overtend
anybody's ready for
things.
this. So,
But
and I
I'm
hope I'm
valid in
wrong.
what I'm saying.
I hope I'm just
And I know that you
getting
understand.
overexcited and
So,
this is why I don't read the
as a
news.
mother
This is why I
and
don't
as
get
a
too much into
human
that
being,
because I do tend to overthink stuff. But
careful.
I'm valid in what I'm saying, and I know that you understand where I'm coming from.
And if
So,
you, like I said, if you guys,
as a
if you're
mother
on some
and
kind of
as
streaming,
a
or if you're on
human
TikTok
being,
or any kind of social media, right now is the best time for you to be able to show the truth of what's really happening right now, the behind the scenes. You guys are in the front.
And if you like I said, if you
of
guys,
everything that is
if you're
happening.
on some kind of streaming or
thing
if you're on
is,
TikTok
the
or any
information
kind of
that you're
social media,
receiving and the
right now
information
is
that
the
you're
best
seeing,
time for you to be able
there's a
to show the
possibility
truth
that
of
it
what's
may
really
not be
happening
true,
right now.
that it may just
behind the
be
scenes.
AI created.
You guys are in the
because of
front
current
line
events that are
of
happening
everything
right
that is happening
now.
right
And
now.
it could be
And the thing
escalating
is,
based off of
the
that.
information
No
that
one
you're
really
receiving
knows.
and the information
So,
that you're seeing,
just be aware that
there's a possibility that it may not be true.
they
That it
always
may
used
just
to say,
be
don't
AI
always
created
believe what you hear,
because of
don't
the
always
current
believe
events
what
that are
you
happening
see,
right now.
And
it
and
could
this
be
is why I'm
escalating based
imploring
off
you
of that.
guys to
No
please
one really
continue to
knows.
use your imagination.
So,
Continue to
just be
use your
aware
intuition.
that don't they always used to say don't always believe what you hear, don't always
may
believe
just
what you
save
see,
your life.
and this is why I'm
It may save
imploring
your
of
life
you
for
guys to
someone else.
please continue to use your imagination, continue to use your intuition. And I feel compelled to tell y'all and to talk about this today. It may just save
Because
your
of
life.
the reality of it.
It may save
not
the life
me
of someone else.
Making up some bullshit that I think in my head. This is what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm.
And I
being
feel
compelled
compelled to tell
guys
y'all and to talk
based on
about this today
information
because of the reality.
And again, I can be wrong.
It's not me making up some bullshit that I think in my head. This is what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm being compelled to tell you guys based off of the information.
This isn't like
ring the alarm. And
but
again, I can be
is,
wrong.
hey, I need you to pay
Naturally,
attention.
we're all human beings. We all have the capability of doing the wrong things or thinking the wrong things. So this isn't like ring the alarm, but it is, hey, I need you to pay attention. Like I said, if you guys have the opportunity to show what's really going on in your areas, we were talking yesterday about how many times a day would you have to post to get your information out there. Like I said, if you guys have the opportunity to show what's really going on in your areas,
supposedly there's 24 regions, because we were looking at that yesterday, but we actually
we were talking yesterday about how many times a day would you have to post to get your
there's
information
24
out there,
regions.
out there.
There's more than 24
Okay, so supposedly there's 24 regions, because we were looking at that yesterday, but we actually stopped. Let's generalize it. It's weird.
In order for you to
So there's 24 regions,
but there's more than 24
all the way around time zones
in
in
the
the world.
post
Once an
So,
hour, every hour for 24 hours.
Let's generalize it.
To meet 9 a.m.
In order
At
for
every
you
time
to
zone.
meet a 9 a.m. deadline,
Are
all
you
the way
gonna
around
post?
the world, you would have
24
to
times
post
a day and
once an hour, every hour for 24 hours
to meet 9 a.m. at every time. So remember, we're doing the algebraic expression for life. Are you going to post 24 times a day in one social media? If it comes down to the point where we have to do a check-in every hour, because remember, we're doing the algebraic expression for life, right? So if it comes down to the point where we have to do a check-in every hour, that's going to be the cutoff. If you have to make a check-in every hour, that's going to be the point where you're realizing, oh, it's pretty critical. So that is our zero order. That's going to be the cutoff. If you have to make a check-in every hour, that's going to be the point where you're realizing, oh shit. So that is our zero border line. At that point, we are in red, and most likely the communication cutoff will happen before that. So be aware of that as well. Every hour for the next 24 hours, you would have to post or be live for some period of time. Every hour for the next 24 hours minutes during that time, you would have to post or be live for some period of time, even if it was for, so there's this only a few minutes during that time. So in order for you, it's like whatever the heartbeat for the earth is, like I think it's like every 20 minutes or something like that. So there's this pulse that happens, by the time you get down to 30 so in order for you to, so yeah, because by the time you get down to 30 minutes, that's closer to your so so hourly and less is red zone. So there you go. There's your algorithm for that. So hourly, 7 and less is red zone. Seven and 20 minutes or less. And every 3 seconds there's a squirrel. So, and every 3 seconds there's a squirrel.
it means there's a conversation change. So, what would you have to do to get the message out to as many times as it's possible in a short amount of time? So, there's 24 what would you have to do to get the message out to as many times as it's possible in a short amount of time? So you want to push your pulse. There's 24 hours. It's 24-hour jobs. In order to push your pulse, you have to be here. Supernatural revelation at the beginning and the end. So here's the triangle here. So here's the triangle here. You have to just what are other forms of communication to be able to communicate, to connect. So, and we talked about languages the other day. What are other forms of communication that you can do to be able to connect to another family member, friend, whatever, loved one, in a way that they're going to be able to comprehend it and triangulate, and that way you can know that that's a secure line. They're the only ones. Other people know. So that's going to break the rules. That's what the code word is for. You see, that's why you can triangulate, and that way you can know that that's a secure line. Now, if other people know your code word, that's going to break your secure rules, right? Your 2FA or whatever you want to call it, which is directly through. In order to push a pulse, you have to use a pull, which is directly through. So there's this
there's this triangulation thing that happens. I can't do it because the paper's too big. I'm saying. So imagine if I can say something like this. You know what I'm talking about. I can't do it because the paper's too big. Like I'm saying. So you have your. So imagine for a second with your triangle. Something like this. You know what I'm talking about. So you have your triangulation points, right? First, and then you have I don't know you have locations. You have triangulations have to be like the beginning and to be able to push the triangulations. I don't know what wavelength, but you have to have the exact locations. So the triangulations have to be, and like the beginning and end have to be exact, and the triangulation has to have to be more than 10 minutes. That's the part. So somewhere between a heartbeat and the 8-minute conversation change point. Once you're in your hour, you're in the red zone. And also between 8 minutes and 3 minutes, that's the part. So somewhere between a heartbeat and the 8-minute conversation change point. Remember, there's a gap. And also between 8 minutes and the 3 seconds for it to be able to push through this, okay? In order to, and remember, we're learning algebraic expressions to be able to push through this, okay? And this goes for all conversation pieces, governmental industry, because the duality in business is the same in humans world. So even if this is because the duality in business is the same in humans world. So even if this is a push, so we need to know the location, right? So we need to know the location, right? So you would need to know the zone. Okay, so the timing. Okay, so the timing, it would have to be like a dial, like a single dial, because it'll have to be like a sine or old school scenarios. It would have to be like a dial, like a single dial, spherical of some sort. Like I said, patient zone timing. Yes. I'm not sure what a square is, but I know that there's polar opposites. So beginning and end point. Yes, location, zone, timing, and you would have to have, like I said, a beginning and end point that can sustain it. It's your way to communicate with each other. It's your way to be able to bounce information off of each other and be able to go the entirety of the cycle. It's your Stargate and come back around. It's your way to communicate with each other. It's your way to be able to bounce information off of each other and be able to go the entirety of the cycle and come back around. It's going to involve somebody somewhere and understand completely. So if you can follow me through this and understand what I'm saying, it's going to help somebody somewhere. So yes, you have to find the code, the location, the zone. There's no message. So yes, you have to find the code, the location, the zone. There's no message. Because when you're timing, I think the shift pattern in your car or in your car, something like first aid kit or something like that. Because when a lot of talking about having a shift bag ready in your car or on your sensor or something buttons, first aid kit, something like that. Time. You may not have the resources that you're looking for. Having those things ready, reaction in that moment are essential. But this could happen at any point in time, and you may not have the resources that you're looking for. Timing is going to be crucial in that moment. So your reaction in that moment is going to be crucial. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, which is totally fine. I understand." Like I said, timing. So timing is going to be crucial. But proactive. Like I said, this goes for any industry. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Wow, which is totally fine. I understand that." I get it. Pretty much any scenario. So, but like I said, this goes for any industry. This goes for any situation. This goes for does not always pretty much any scenario. But so it's not bad to look. The importance of safety and being prepared is always, even if I don't have available, it does not always work. Like I've been saying before. Okay, knowledge is but it's not bad to look at that and say, hey, even if I don't need it, I do have the knowledge. Even if, like I've been saying before, the knowledge is the power that's going to help you be successful in college, no matter what it is. Even if you utilize this information for business purposes, even if you use this for just between your parent and you're saying to your kids, hey, I want you to have a code now because of the fact that there's so much chaos. Everybody knows I'm crazy. I hope that you use this information that I'm giving you as a way to be able to help. I'm crazy enough to. I'm not just saying like, oh, I'm crazy. I already know I'm freaking crazy. So everybody knows I'm crazy. It's not anything new. It's not anything new. I'm crazy enough to care, and that's the point here. Okay, so. Hopefully somebody can use it. You could use that information to open up some kind of like studio or something. Maybe some kind of transfer work or who knows, maybe you could use that information to open up some kind of like studio or something. Maybe some kind of transfer work or you're going to utilize it and figure out a new algorithm for your pay code or something. I don't know. Circle, triangle, square, pole thing is, but maybe if you were to utilize it in science purposes, I don't know what the circle, triangle, square, symbol thing is, but it kind of looks like for something somewhere. I don't really want to. Or maybe it's just a symbol for something. It kind of looks like it's kind of like you draw a circle. I don't really want to triangle, shall I say? I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a line. Draw a circle, like you draw a triangle, and then you draw a line to the triangle, like that. And I don't know what that's the line. The line is actually like if I could the circle is a piece of paper. Even though this triangle is really big, like that. Circle is only the line, the triangle in it is through the triangle, and the circle, even though I don't know if big, the circle is only like the triangle piece is only touching the edge of the inside of the circle. So I don't know if that's any. But I do know that those 2 points meet back at each other. So these 2 end pieces right here. The end piece. But I do
two points meet back at each other. So these two end pieces right here at the end piece will end up. I don't know if this circle will two end pieces will end up meeting back at each other like that. So it says August 26th. It's been in the refrigerator the entire time. This is how I don't check, which I always check on. This is why it's really important to put dates. It says August 26th.
But how long has it been in the refrigerator?
It's been in the refrigerator the entire time. And this is why it's really important to put dates on things when you open this. So yeah. Anyway. So this I'm getting on this triangulation too. So yeah. Anyway. So this triangulation piece. Thing is this. Thing is that this is like this. Looks like that. So I'm saying it looks like this in a circle. The triangle itself. So I'm saying the pole is not dead center. It's center of the triangle. The triangle itself floats over in the circles. The pole is not dead center. It's center of the triangle. The circles touch the edge. That's how you float the triangle. And it floats over inside of it. that's how you're supposed to connect. This is why it's hard to communicate. This is why it's so hard to comprehend other people. That's why it's hard to comprehend what I'm saying to you. This is why it's hard. It doesn't my mind. This is why it's so hard to comprehend other people. That's why it's hard to comprehend what I'm saying to you. Is because my mind doesn't know how to create the words that I'm thinking to be able to tell you in a way that you can comprehend what I'm saying. Whatever purpose that is for you. I don't really know how to do a diagram, but for whatever purpose that is for, I don't really know how to do a diagram of it, but if you're able to still communicate the ether, the whole cycle, even if you're able to still communicate through awareness of cycles with the ether, there will be a whole cycle connection, even though there's separation. In the middle, it's going to meet in the middle. When this cycle is done, there will be connection as well. And it's a push point in the middle. It's going to meet in the middle. So you have to have a start and an end point already. You already know where you're starting. It's a push point. And so you have to have a start and even if you already have a already, you already know where you're starting. You're starting at the time anyway. That end location might change any time. Even if you already have a location code zone in perfect timing, that end location may change at any point in time. So if you agree to meet with someone based off of a code word that was said time comes that situation hasn't changed, and it's because of the situation that's happened. That currents can happen very suddenly. By the time that time comes, things can happen situation hasn't changed. That were beyond your thought. So be aware that things can happen very suddenly. People close to you acting. Things can happen that were beyond your thought. Animals of reality. I'm not saying this to be people like, close to you acting differently. Just if you notice animals acting differently, anything. Okay, I'm not saying this to be like what I just get all that information is, but just if you notice it, I want you to start being a little more aware because that and it was what I just get all that information I just gave you possibly here somewhere. I know for a fact YouTube it's more views than Twitch and it was laid on ears to hear. So, and for those of you who have like TikTok, I know for a fact that the YouTube any kind of quick instant scroll type things where or direct line communications. And for those of you who have like TikTok or any kind of quick instant scroll type things where or direct line communications, either through DM video by the time that we have others communication, make that your priority. That if by some time they're already that you're by the time that we have communication cut off, that there'll be they're already at that red zone by the time that they have the communication cut off. So at that point, 4-hour check-in. So I highly suggest noon being your 24-hour check-in. Enacting. It's already been active now for 2 hours. It's going to be really interesting. I highly suggest noon being your check-in time. Stay in constant contact with someone. Because any kind of it's going to be really interesting. Like I said, if it gets down to the point where you're having to check in or stay in constant contact with someone, because of any kind of scenario that's happening down to it's making it scary, and sometimes we don't know how to handle that. You do have to make decisions in a moment, and it's going to come down to making a decision in a moment, and how you react to that moment said
and
yesterday,
just like I said,
point,
remember
what
everything
do
you
you
want
want
to do.
There's
There's
different
outlying side
and
sources, whether it's inbound or
if
you know,
it's,
and just like I said,
you know,
remember
something that is
everything
internal
cycles
that's
back
being
around.
expressed.
There's different
It can
outlying
all be
side
part of
sources,
you know.
whether it's inbound
So
or
if
just remember
it's,
everything does
you
come
know,
back
something
to
that
itself.
is
It's internally
that's being
and
expressed,
history repeats itself.
it could all be part of that, you know. So
Just remember everything does come back to itself at some point, and history repeats itself, unfortunately.
I can't find the strings. And then when I touch it,
string.
you have to go on the move and go on. Move. I looked all through places. And then when I touch one,
Just just there. Alright. So like I said, if you guys have a chance to so like I said, if you guys have
Even if it's
a
just like
chance
a text, like, hey, are you okay, or something like that. I know it's like not the greatest thing. Even if it's just like a text, like, hey, are you okay, or something like that happening. I know it's like not the greatest thing, not what you want to do all the times, but when there's certain scenarios happening, it's important. So, like I said, also be aware of phone calls that may not be. Like I said, also be aware of phone calls that may not be. It might be AI. Like whether it's a bot call, like one of those. I may not know what you're doing. It might be AI. Like it's whether it's a bot call, like one of those. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. It may sound like them. It ain't them. Or if it's a request for money. Seeing more and more. May sound like them. It ain't them. Kind of nonsense. And I'm gonna, seeing more and more unreal, kind of nonsense and fast. This is advanced nonsense because it's unreal. So,
yes, this has advanced itself. Let's hope this helps someone. So I'll be transferring all of this stuff from Twitch if it's advanced to YouTube. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, so I'll be transferring all of this stuff today is advanced to YouTube. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, this is pre-recorded. Today is June 12th. I have to remember that there's possibility of a gap in time. I don't know when you're watching this and stuff like that. I have to remember that there's possibility of a gap in time from seeing certain videos and stuff like that. Day or time. When you guys are out there posting and you're doing content and stuff like that, you're not logging what day or time it is or anything, and you're just doing your own thing. So if there is anybody that does do like a daily log virtually, I don't know. So, but I think that would be good for us to do. As always, as always, careful to just your concern. Understand that there's going to be changes locally because of these long distance changes that are happening. Understand that there's going to be changes locally because of these long distance changes that are happening. There could be delay in communication. There could be delay in that there's messages, meaning like there may be delays in things. There could be delay in communication. There could be delay in messages, meaning like packages, shipments, stuff like that. Traffic, just a lot of things that you'll experience in a short amount of time. Could be information, just a lot of things that you'll experience in a short amount of time. Information, you might get a lot of information very quickly now. Like I said, you might get a lot of messages about something. If you don't feel right about going to a place, don't go. And like I said, be aware of your surroundings and don't go. I'm serious. Yeah, I don't even feel right about going to a place, don't go. And or going to a building or go to an area. I'm serious. Yeah, I don't even care if it costs you your job. Don't go. If you don't feel like you want to go somewhere, delivery and or going to a building or go to an area, or if you're like a delivery driver or something like that, and you want to go to a certain delivery, don't go. Huge crowd of protesters. I just watched a tractor trailer drive through a huge crowd of protesters. It was a tanker truck. So I don't know if he was trying to get away from the protesters or if he was trying. I don't know how many people he intentionally do that. I don't know if he was trying to get away from the protesters. You're out and about traveling today. I want you to be aware of your surroundings. Intentionally do that. You have to take. Because you could get caught up. When you're out and about traveling today, I want you to be aware of your surroundings also. The ones that I've seen take. Because you could get caught up in this very quickly. You know what I mean? So the ones that I've seen were very violent, and I don't know if there's people citizens. You know what I mean? So like and in the groups, or I don't know if there's people that are dressed up like officers in the groups, or if they're. I have seen a couple of AI videos being pushed around. There was a lot of confusion for that. So be aware that not everything you see is real. There was a lot of confusion. Not everything you hear is real. So be aware that not everything that you see is real. Not everything that you hear is real. Be aware of your surroundings. And that be like a, like I said right now, priority. Be aware of your surroundings, like I said.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep saying it. It's annoying.
Well, fine. But I like your cooking.
The oven. I hate
The
that.
thing I don't like is when it's hot. But I like your cooking. The only thing I don't like is when it's hot. So yeah, dish soap. If for some reason someone tells you
So yeah.
a situation that's happening, please let others know. If for some reason someone tells you of a situation that's happening right now, in the area, before please let others know about that area. Okay. Right now, it's going to be really important. Right now, is to stay before all the communication gets cut off. Right now, it's going to be really important for all of us to stay in communication. However, means necessary. For those of you who actually do pray and do believe in something greater than yourselves. For those of you who actually do pray, please do. And do believe in something greater than yourselves. For those of you who don't pray, please do. And continue. For those of you who don't pray, I suggest that you start at least thinking of ways to do better. Yes. And we haven't actually seen this one because this is inspirations. And we haven't actually seen this one. We're going to have inspirations. Even if this is the last one, it's good to see. Just know that even if this is the last one, it's good to see. Try. Just know that it is. And that's pretty fucked up that I have to do that. That's sometimes. Try. And that's pretty fucked up that I have to do that. But that's sometimes, you know. Those of us who have the ability to continue building our future. Those are decisions. Keep pushing forward. Have that baseline. Systems. Have that baseline. Understand your territory. Today's territory Thursday. Consistent. Understand your territory. Today is territory Thursday. Recently I go into garden farming and mother. Today I feel all these things on a heavier side first because I feel that was important. All these things are important. They're all connected to each other. No matter if you're in the middle of your room or not, you're still going to try to find a way to make sure that you're eating, hydrating, sleeping at least this morning. And if at all, self-care is in making sure that you're not, getting actually not burning, and I understand it. And I always say, I'm tired of people stepping on others when they can, but you do see, and I understand it. Like even in wartime scenarios, it's very limited amount of that. But you do see it. And it's needed, and I gotta tell you what, I was part of the silent ranks. I know that I was not in the military. I understand, but I was part of the silent ranks. And I understand the camaraderie of that. And I also got to witness firsthand serious situations. And I also had personal living there, firsthand, the shockwave
things that people didn't show on TV.
living there. So I understand
The things that people didn't show on TV.
And
So I understand
where
where
people are coming from when times are really, really hard, and that's what we need. And extreme situations happen. People need people working together. And that's what we need
People
right
who
now. We need unity, understanding,
people working
together. The division is what's going to make us fall.
people who are
Right now we're falling understanding of this, that the division really needs support. All the times right now we're falling at others, and all the times that we really need support. Been there. All the times that we have supported others, and all the times that we have, been there, and all those times done the things, took the blame, took the losses, and who's there for us? Bit the bullet. Out of all those times, took the blame. Who's there for your Who's there for us? And that's where you need to be at, is understanding that who's there for self. Who's there for your own mind? And that's where you need to be at, is understanding that if you're even in your own mind, I need you guys to get once you're there for yourself, and then you're there for others to understand. And I need you guys to get right in your head right now, and understand that this is just a battle we're doing. At the same time, understanding this is an everyday process that needs to continue. And right now, being compassionate, caring for each other, but at the same time, understanding what's going on in the world. But I see a lot of stuff that's happening. And right now, like I said yesterday, I don't know what's going on in the world, but I see a lot of stuff that's happening that's not really going to matter in the long run, because we're all human beings, and really we need to be fighting for each other's lives instead of against each other's lives. So that's my own personal opinion, but I know that I'm naive and take it heavily when I say it because of my lack of experience in these situations. And I know that I'm naive in a lot of things that I say because of my lack of experience in these situations that I never wanted to be a part of, and I don't want to be a part of. So whenever I get concerned about something, I start to talk about it, as you can tell. Whenever I get concerned about having that baseline of life has just helped me get through a lot of things, and people who have experienced having that baseline trauma of life has helped me get through a lot of things, and people who have experienced trauma will tell you that consistency will help them baseline find solid ground, just the same as I know that some people have been through house chores. We all grew up baseline things just the same as I've said before about house chores. We all grew up dreading the shit. I know I do. I fucking hate the dishes. Even just doing that, just having that consistency every day. But having a base, even just doing that, just having that consistency every day of having a baseline. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to. I have 5 minimum things as a baseline. I'm saying this is mandatory for all life. I have 5 minimum things that is a baseline for that are mandatory for all life. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself. That is part of it. Can take care of so, especially in situations. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Speaking up so that way you can take care of other people, especially in situations like this. Mindsets. I'm speaking up to all people, not just certain industries and certain mindsets. I'm speaking to all people in this scenario. Something as simple as putting your clothes away, and you're gonna laugh at me saying that, but it really could. Something as simple as putting your clothes away, and you're gonna laugh saying that, but it really could save your life. And it sounds so strange and so weird, but until that time comes, you guys are second time. Especially if there's gonna be obstacles in your way, and you don't want it to be your dirty pile of clothes. So, especially if there's like a quick scenario. I'm not saying this to be also for safety reasons, making sure that your house is clean so your house doesn't burn out. For safety reasons, making sure that your house is clean so your house doesn't burn out. So today was bedroom. Anyway, so me,
So house chores today was by your hammer
is a fire hazard. It is in the way of my path.
Me, I do have to put my things away
because my hamper is a fire hazard. It is in the way of my path of being able to escape from them safely in case of an emergency. For Territory Thursday, like I said, normally I talk about garden planning and weather. For Territory Thursday, like I said, normally I talk about garden planning and weather. You guys know that we do have a seed donation in situations where, but do you find safe in situations where the library could be an option? Do you find safety, right? The library could be an option. More information about things. For places to find out more information about things, you always have to look. Sometimes you also have internet access there. You have sometimes they'll have saved options like silent rooms or something like that. I did go there and so that's an option thing, and I also I did go there to do a seed donation thing, and I also saved seeds. So when I have my own stuff done, so to speak, with the workers, but being prepared is part of it. A lot of people are saying that being prepared is part of it. A lot of people are saying like, okay, garden, just hurry up and homestead. So realize like the amount of time it takes to do a garden just by itself. So because of all of these situations, animals, today got so much changes, right? So because of all of these situations that happen in the world today, there's a lot of changes that are happening today. So not just like local country. So for the long access to things that are happening in your country. So for your access to things that may not always tariffs and stuff like that, and like shipping issues between countries, that may not always be able to get your packages however you require. Grand scale of the loss of the time, right? Grand scale of that is of the loss of time, right? Most industry product is going to, and I'm not just saying right now, it's baseline of most. We have already experienced this with COVID, and I'm not just saying right now, I'm saying long term. We have already experienced this with COVID, where the delivery system was really during reliable source of transportation. Right now, products during that's being disrupted. We've already had our own disruption. Right now, that's being disrupted. We've already had our own disruptions with the protests and sanctions country. But this is different. It's just it's going to hit a little of an already sanctioned country. Also, it's going to hit a little harder this time. So also the repercussion for these actions. But remember that trickle doesn't just happen to. So said bad guy. Remember that trickle doesn't just happen to said bad guy. It also happens to everybody else. So it's a bunch concept. It's the same thing. Even if somebody from another town, it's still your town. You know what I'm saying? So so it's still your town. You know what I'm saying? So so just be aware that the food baseline food. And I put these through because like I said, I put some victory cards out there. Because and every single time I start it, it's something that I've been trying to do this entire freaking time. And every single time I start it, for some reason something happens. But I started it not just for ourselves, but I started it not just for ourselves, but also for others. Like I said, I was going to donate a portion. I was also going to donate what I could to local places.
but I was also going to have a Slack talk for self, and then client. So,
I do know that this
plants
for the home project
a system to that with the trading post.
I do know that this for the home project
Titling is
already been in play, not just for ourselves, but that was a part of it.
and then on top
not
of
just
that,
for ourselves,
entrepreneurship.
because
So,
of the fact that we've been talking.
and then on top of that, entrepreneurship.
Because of the fact that we've been talking nonstop about either starting from zero or negatives, having a constant flow of
And
income
now with this
situation
and multiple incomes
country,
now, it's a
I don't know how that's going to affect
and now with this situation happening within the country,
I don't know how that's going to affect
just
us
have
going forward, but I can't say that it's going to be
for the positive.
not just.
I just have a feeling that this is really going to be a detriment to a lot of people.
Not just right now, but for a while.
I mean, unless there's a major
Um,
the I mean, unless there's a major turnaround, which I really hope there is, but with a high tipping point. Like I said, history repeats itself, and not just for any point in time, high change naturally. So
until then,
at any point in time, that can change naturally. Until then, continue to be good to yourself and community.
A lot of us were
as much as you can. Check
isolated ourselves away from
a lot of us with the COVID situation, we
almost
isolated
like
ourselves
away
from
from
everyone, but on top of that, we also were almost like pre-programmed to continue to do that, and we don't even really need to do that anymore.
So
We never really needed that.
breaking that cycle of isolation. So
And then
breaking that cycle of isolation, like I said, if you
and then
to somebody out, or
like I said, if you have the ability to help somebody out, or maybe get an idea, you have the ability to
be the light,
maybe get an idea going that can be the light in all of this darkness.
and whenever there's like
great,
empty spots within ourselves,
and whenever there's like
us,
there's empty spots within ourselves, or within the world around us, there's something that's missing in this equation. We always try as human beings to fill that empty spot, whether it's by
but also
to
show progress for ourselves,
and but also to show progress for ourselves, and for if there's an empty spot in something that's going on around you, it can help.
it'll help
Usually,
if 2 and 2 don't add up,
expression to be able to solve it for yourself.
and
And usually,
if
if 2 and 2 don't add up,
you're the one that has to
you
make the final
are missing
decision,
a part in it.
whatever life.
So you're the one that has to make the final decision for whatever
So
it is
I hope
in
that you're
life
able to
or scenario.
find those missing pieces and figure out.
So I hope that you're able
We'll
to
have this will be able to help you
find those missing
even if
pieces
you
and
have
figure
to,
out.
like I said, if you're not
We'll have this will be able to
in
help
a
you.
situation right now,
Even if
I
you
am
have to, like I said, if you're not directly in a serious situation
that
right
there's,
now, 'cause I am speaking to a large group of people.
variation of severity. So
that
if
there's
you're just utilizing gardening,
variation of severity.
therapy
So
to help you
even if you're just
understand
utilizing
the
gardening as a way to
process,
do therapy to help you understand the world today and to be able
utilize
to
that as a way
process
to
the thoughts and the
other
feelings that
people's
you're going through, then utilize that as a way to be able to benefit other people as well. Even if you, are like myself, going to be sharing plants or,
however you do it, even if you have access to a
whatever.
community garden, which I do.
However you do it, even if you have access to like a community garden,
but,
which I do have, I have a community garden here, but
even getting involved,
I haven't volunteering into a garden, but
starting a community garden,
even getting involved in volunteering.
I know
in
that
a garden,
say
starting a community garden,
and
and I know that they say that
made
most of
to
the
where
seeds
they
and stuff now
produce
have
one
been
basically
made to where they
ones that
only
I
produce
had,
one time.
I had saved from 3 years ago,
And
I
ones that
wanna
I
say
had, I had saved from 3 years ago,
did
and I
produce
want to
this year,
say and produce better than 80% of them did
so
produce this year,
have faith in
and
that.
produce better than I thought they would.
I just said
So have faith in that sentence of what I just said.
of a corporation.
Most of those
So,
were of have some small faith in
of a
that.
corporation.
So
If you are a
have some
generational
small
seed
faith in
saver
that.
and have access or have ability to
If you
create,
are a generational seed saver
I
and
suggest
have
that you
access or have
try
ability to
as much as you
create
can.
more, I suggest that you
continue
try
to
to
keep
save for
saving.
yourself as much as you can, but continue to keep saving because the needs lists and website. I have not started a website for the trading needs lists and website. I have not started a website for the trading post specifically because I haven't can't actually start it. So, but we'll have that started. And like as far as doing that stuff, like I said, and you're not just doing it for yourself. Like as far as doing that stuff, like I said, times you're not just doing it for yourself. Situations and people. And in times like this, situations and scenarios like that are really what makes this world flourish in the sense of humanity at the very baseline. So, a lot of times, even if you do, a lot of times people don't go into gardening or anything. A lot of times, even if you do, a lot of times people don't go into gardening or anything like that, or they don't worry about their territory too much or their yard too much. At the very baseline of checking the of your area, even survivors. At the very baseline of checking the perimeter of your area, even survivors will tell you that you can just walk, just see kind of like wherever you're at, as far as just see kind of like what's going on. As far as like walking the garden line, me personally, I just every day I just do like a quick check, dry, see how the plants are doing, and just kind of like soil, make sure the soil is not too dry. It's just like a few seconds, and just kind of like look at the leaves, just do a perimeter check. It's just like a few seconds, doesn't take long. Around you just do a perimeter check. You could do this and make sure that the area around you is good, right? You could do this at work. You do a personal perimeter check. Personally, at home, you could do a personal perimeter check. Personally, but part of your house chores will be a room check. But you can do even if you don't have like that scenario, you can do a perimeter check as far as personal, like wherever you are at right now. Your surroundings are a mess. The best way to start clearing your mind. So if your surroundings are a hot mess, the best way to start. Sometimes you do have to like go take a walk and get out of the surroundings that you're in. Sometimes you do have to like go take a walk and get out of the surroundings that you're in because there's too much information being pushed into your mind. It literally pushes liquid take that walk to kind of clear your mind, so to speak. It literally pushes liquid through your brain, so to speak. Also, the start to have firings in different parts of your brain and different thoughts. Also, the constant input you have as you're walking, and you look. If you do this practice, so your brain starts firing on different areas, and so your brain starts firing on different areas, and you literally are flushing. You're literally clearing your mind fluid, and it'll help you to be able to think. So you're literally clearing your mind, and it'll help you to be able to think a little bit more pinpoint on specifically what it is that you're needing, and then it'll also help you be able to find clearing your mind, so to speak. Could also include intake. Clearing your mind, so to speak, could also include intake fluids. Does include intake of fluids, preferably water. Make sure that the water that you're drinking is of a very good quality. If you don't have access to that, try to filter as much as you can. So, especially even for plants, sometimes you gotta filter the water. So, especially even for plants, sometimes you gotta filter the water for plants too, or mix it with something else like fertilizer or some. Try to kind of do that as much as possible, especially product. Try to limit that as much as possible, especially now. Be aware of only one generation of regrowth. So be aware of only one generation of regrowth. So the cost of things plants. Also, the cost of things will be going up. So if you do have farmland or you do have something, try to look at farmland or something like that. Try to look at alternative sources, but ways, not specifically corporate trade, but more ways that you can trade either services or you could trade product or tools or something like that, where the cost of things are going to go through. There's a lower cost because the cost of things are going to go through the roof, and then I don't even know what's going to happen. I can just so making sure that your perimeter is good, making sure that your perimeter is good, that everything is okay. Like I said, when you're doing the check-in, you can do a check-in. Like I said, when you're doing the check-in, you can do a perimeter check. Make a couple of cycles area. Make a couple of cycles that you are feeding your soil. Make sure that you are feeding your soil, that you're feeding changes your mind, where allow the changes to show progress for allow the time to show progress for whether it is the plant's growth itself, your own personal growth, or the growth of scenarios around you. Sciences. My questions really was sciences. My questions really was for garden wise was why do the leaves turn yellow? Why is there spots? Situations like that will affect your situations like that which will affect your crop. But also making sure that you are checking yourself for any kind of differences that you may have. Keeping an eye on your health is going to be really important. Keeping an eye on your health is going to be really important moving forward. It's part of a little bit of the gym every day, or doing some kind of exercise every day, even if it's just a few minutes, walking the perimeter. Even if it's just a few minutes, just to get so that way you don't have to have a transplant. So that way you don't have to transplant your plants if they get too big around each other. If you have to transplant your plants if they get too big around each other, you can always move into another area. Food sources, water, plant nutrients in the soil, and sunlight. Food sources are water, similar to nutrients in the soil, and sunlight are pretty similar to what we were previously, because if they have too much change, it'll shock your system just like anybody else. So you have too much change, and make sure that you're your system hydrating. So make sure that you're in a new hydrating situation or a new place or a new scenario. If you're in a new situation or a new place or a new scenario, you're hydrating. That you're taking care of yourself. Like I said, you're hydrating. That you get the nutrients that you need. That you are able to get the nutrients that you need, or like making fertilizer, or making sure that the food that you're eating is something that is a little bit more living food than machine food. So we don't want to eat machine food anymore. Interesting. Warren, I don't trust robots on the internet. Layered worm trays to get that layered worm trays to get that liquid gold topsoil or some kind of turf builder, and then it will be there to make sure that there's no seeds in there. You could actually it will be there to help with seed. You could actually utilize liquid gold for that process. Liquid storage for that process for seeds. So you would soak in it and let the seed kind of I don't know that and then plant it. But I don't know that would burn out. Sometimes we gotta take the soak ourselves. So sometimes we gotta take the soak ourselves. So sometimes you gotta transplant yourself. Sometimes you gotta transplant yourself. Sometimes you gotta soak for a while. If you have paperwork, make sure that paperwork, I don't know anybody that knows phone numbers. I don't know anybody that knows a phone. I used to tell my kids, and actually just recently told them. I used to tell my kids, and actually just recently told them to put my phone number on their arm and then put like clear dinner on my shoulder or something in case of an emergency. Out there, you know how it is. You really need it. You're out there, boys. There. I'll be honest with you. You really need it. You're gonna be thankful. I don't know how many times I wrote my mom's phone number down. I don't know how many times I wrote my mom's phone number down on my arm. So I would just kept writing it down, kept writing it down, so I wouldn't forget it. That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah. So yeah, keeping up with yourselves, keeping up with your surroundings. So yeah, keeping up with yourselves, keeping up with your surroundings. Experiments. For right now. Experiments. For right now. Let's see. Let's check the 365. For those of you who are able to have access to purchase, cameras and stuff like that for your house, just be aware. A lot of people have been looking into that lately. Just be aware that if they do cut off communications, most likely okay, so number generator. Okay, so number generator. Alright. Number generator. Random number. Remotely. 90. Plants and air. So it says, can plants grow without fresh air? Steps. Okay, so no, sorry. Materials. 2 seedlings, soil, pot, saucer, jar with a lid, rubber gloves, and water. Wearing the rubber gloves, half fill the jar with soil. Plant the seedling in the soil in the jar, making sure the roots are covered. Lightly water the seedling and screw the lid on tightly. Fill the pot with soil until it almost reaches the top. Plant the second seedling, covering the roots. Place the pot on the saucer of water. Put both the jar and the potted plant in a sunny place and leave it for a few days. Did you know that without air, the saucer of water, plants need the gas called carbon dioxide? Put both the jar and the potted plants to keep the air healthy for the sunny place and leave it for plants a few days. Pass out oxygen from the leaves. Oxygen is part of the air. Did you know that without air, plants cannot survive? Plants need the gas called carbon dioxide from the air. We also need the plants to keep the air healthy for people and animals. Plants pass out oxygen from their leaves. Oxygen is part of the air that people and animals need to help them breathe. Without plants, there would not be enough oxygen in the air for us. Also, there are specific so what do you call it towards that right now? Also, there are specific radius things out there that take up oxygen for a certain period of time, cover a certain radius of other people. Yeah, it kills everything within a certain radius. And it's insane. So that is the experiment. They used to and they didn't even need to use it. So plants would grow all that stuff. Let's see. I have seen a video. So that is the experiment. I used the general one. So plants would grow say he hadn't opened it up for a long time. I have seen a video somewhere, but it was like a self-contained ecosystem. Or had like a, and for them to say that is interesting because wouldn't you have to have like something that created carbon dioxide? I want to say he hadn't opened it in a long time or something like that. For it to continue, but it was like a self-containing ecosystem. And for them to say that is interesting because wouldn't you have to have something that created carbon dioxide within the dog? Same thing for us. For it to continue growing as long as it did. Tend to have lack of oxygen to the brain. And so he would have had to have kept feeding the dog. It's by the way we sit and and the same thing for us. There's we tend to have lack of oxygen to the brain, and whether it's by the way we sit or what we're doing, food that we're eating, consuming, how we're sleeping, or something like that, where it has either just been science says that there's process in the brain. So the food that you're eating, the water that you're drinking, whatever you're consuming, on top of whatever you have hormones and plastics and things that don't disintegrate. So break down even you don't really have much of a choice in that now because time is the way it is today is already they don't completely break down. So you're getting it back in the food that you're eating. Plastics and things that don't disintegrate. So drinking or consuming break down even drugs. It does break down over a period of time. So is they don't completely break down. So you're getting it back in the food that you're eating because the animals are eating. Pretty much all of the industry. When you're drinking or consuming things, most drinks are based on lakes. So now that the CEO of Nestle water sources are going to be basically replaced, pretty much all the not just that, but anything that's left over, rivers, lakes, your water sources are going to be basically jeopardized. So not just that, but the people anything that's left over, rivers, lakes, stuff like that, most likely there will be dark factory based nearby or lithium factory. Their water source requires an exponential are already consumed. So the people who are already around these dark factories or around this factory, if you have a chance to go to the store and to a certain radius away from these places, that their water sources, which are city sources, are already contaminated. That they don't have any kind so you need to, if you have a chance to go to the store and buy a $10 little water tester thing, I suggest that you do it. Test your water from your pipes at your home and make sure that they're within a certain range and that they don't have any kind of sediment. If they do, you need to find a way to filter it. If you can't filter it, because again, right now, boil your water and you get most of these germs and chemicals out. Yes, there are survivalist sites that do offer filtering systems. Otherwise, there's always a cost. So, metals and things that but again, right now, the best thing to do for you is to make sure that you have meat on hand in case of a strange, but also be aware that there are certain metals and things that in the water that will affect your garden, that will affect your personality because of the fact that your body consumes it. If you have high toxins in your water, you're going to start acting strange. You're going to start thinking to fail. Better. Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, if you're watering your plants, or maybe your neighbor's watering their plants and they notice that their whole yard's starting to look like it's dying. If you notice that your plants are check your water failing and there's really no reason for them to fail, things that you're not aware of. Like all of a of a sudden out of nowhere, like you're watering your plants,
So,
you know, or maybe your neighbor's watering their plants, and they notice that their whole
and if
yard
the
starting
plants
to look like
and
it's
animals
dying,
are acting strange,
you might want to check your
you
water
start feeling strange,
because
be
there's
very, very aware that
things that you're not aware of yet
for
that may be in your
toxins or something like that
surroundings.
maybe in your
So,
water. They may be in
the and if the plants and animals are acting strange,
you start feeling
in the food,
strange, be very,
well,
very
no, 'cause
aware
you
that
get
the possibility for toxins or something like that may be in your water. They may be in the if you notice that your plants are dying, or if you notice that your animals are acting strange or getting sick, check your water.
in the food. I mean, well, no, because you
Or, like I said, the experiment just talked about plants having no oxygen. We tend to cut off, like I was saying about communication.
if you notice that your plants are dying,
If you notice that your animals are acting strange or getting sick, check your water. Another person's opinion. For, like I said, the experiment just talked about plants having no oxygen. We tend to cut off.
we tend to cut
off.
off,
Like I was saying before with communication,
we
tend to cut off oxygen that comes to us, whether it's
and even
knowledge
years
or
later
if
now,
it's
still
through
another person's
mindset,
opinion,
or if it's through experiences. We tend to
reaching
cut
out
off
to
our
people,
own selves from the rest of the
having,
world, which we've done through
awareness of the
you know,
people
some
that are
pandemic
around you,
and stuff like that.
having awareness of,
And even years later now, we still have this back in mindset
is going to
COVID.
give you
more
So,
breathing room to work with.
reaching
when
out to
that,
people, having
timeline approaches.
awareness of the people that are around you,
Having awareness of like the animals and
you'll be
plants
able to
around
see
you and
it
stuff
a lot
like that.
faster,
When you give
is
yourself
going to
more
give you
open,
more
outside
breathing room
your own boundary line
to work with when
and
that
utilize timeline approaches where you
a
start
lot
to
of
experience
resources in the
area or
you'll be able to
whatever
see it
you
a lot
can right
faster
now when you give yourself a
because
borderline
outside
your
your
own
own
boundary line. It may not be there.
and
So utilizing
proactive in
a lot of like resources in the area or whatever you can right now, because you know you don't want to wait until the situation happens and then do it, as well as it may not be there. So being proactive in your ideas and your actions and your behaviors, mannerisms, thought processes, and
another
outlook,
way,
like I said, for you
so,
to be able to push that
as well
oxygen
as
to the brain, so this way you can help your mind
will
clear out any kind of
you
thoughts
know,
that you have or even
it's really just
going to help your mind is exercising or doing something, right? And right now, I know a lot of people feel
another way, like I said, for you to be able to push that oxygen to the brain.
no,
so
it's
this
going to
way
be really
you can
major.
help your mind
Clear out any kind of thoughts that you have.
I understand
for
that.
myself. Sudden push and want to go
is
exercising
more for
or doing
awareness.
something, right? And right now, I know a lot
So,
of people feel like doing something.
be
to push
aware
what they want and
what your
action.
No, it's going to be really major, but
maybe
not
to
exactly
certain scenarios.
I understand that sudden push and want to go.
It's from
It's more for awareness.
okay, I'm just gonna go
So,
today.
be aware of what your action reactions may be to certain scenarios.
Depending on if it's from a baseline of okay, I'm just gonna go to the gym today, or if it's something as extreme as like what we've been talking about. I suggest you up protein intake. I'm going to start doing that with Joe. I've been cutting back on proteins a lot because I was eating more towards vegetables. I wanted to include more vegetables and stuff like that into my diet because I suggest you up protein intake. I'm going to start doing that with Joe. I've been cutting back on proteins a lot because which is very difficult to do because of the fact that I wanted to include some more vegetables and stuff like that into my diet because of the fact that I wanted to cut out really processed sugars and machine-made food. Pretty much, which is very difficult to do because of the fact that we're inundated with stuff. The goal is still 30 pounds down. I'm upping my
So,
weigh machines that I am
pretty
using.
much on average,
So I'm almost at 100 pounds per machine. is still 30 pounds down. I'm upping my weight on my machines that I am using. So I'm almost at 100 pounds per machine, and that's for various different types of workouts. So for the weight resistance, for legs, crunches, is the hip inductions, and then the lat pull downs. I do treadmill. What is that thing called? It's like a high stepper. It's like a hip steps thing. Stairmaster. I do crunches if my stomach's not hurting afterwards. And a lot of times I'll do the donkey kicks. So I am not into free weights. What is that thing called? It's like a high stepper. Steps thing. Stairmaster. Elliptic band. Resistance and treadmill. So I am not into free weights right now. I'm leaning more towards core and myself at resistance and cardio. So so those are the three that I don't do right now. I'm leaning more towards cardio because I'm trying to get myself acclimated to staying more active than I've been. As of right now, 216 is the average. I don't want to get stuck in a sedentary lifestyle. So we've been doing that. The 30-pound goal for as of right now, 216 is the average. Down to 186. The check-in for today was also 216. It was 214 already. So September will be the last final check-in. So the 30-pound goal for me personally was we were gonna get from 216 down to 186 in 3 months. Extra hydration right now. September will be the last final check-in. And at a minimum of 3 minutes. We were gonna say every day, but I don't know if we're gonna do every day. Up your protein intake, whether that's extra hydration right now. Enjoy that water while you can. Certain foods, relatively well, it's not the most expensive thing on earth to buy oxygen, which I'm pretty sure we'll do for the next. Up your protein intake. Also, another thing too, the shift bags. You can find out your baseline will be hydration and certain foods or like nuts or something like that that you can eat to up the protein intake. I don't want to say sugar base because you want to have as natural as possible for that. Also, another thing too with the shift bags. Your baseline will be hydration and your health condition. Proteins. I highly suggest having some kind of door or by someone. I don't want to say sugar base because you want to have as natural as possible. In case if there is an emergency, if you have all of a sudden especially like if you have some kind of a health condition. This isn't me talking. I highly suggest having a bag ready to go by door or by someone where you know for a fact that you're going to have it with you. In case if there is an emergency, if you have as many people to say that to. So this isn't me talking crazy. This is me trying to tell you guys you need to start preparing for yourself. Because they've already learned that there's a certain poundage per pair. And as many people as I can reach to say that to. I hope that you're listening. We've also been talking about what kind of as for decor, thrifting goes. We've already learned that there's a certain poundage per pair of clothing. We've also been talking about what kind of clothes or decor or holidays. There are a couple of different places like the person has people are going to amount spent than your regular everyday thrift. If you are donating clothing, if you are donating household goods, I just recently there are a couple of different places that you could possibly think about donating to other than your regular everyday thrift. Specifically, places that are either temporary. You can donate to a hospital. I just recently found out that hospitals accept certain hospitals accept clothing donations for inpatients. Specifically, places that are either temporary holding churches or even long-term holding. And then places like for also
survivors.
the you always have your local like DSS, your local
places that
house churches.
people
You have
are another place that you can
even
consider donating
places
to.
like for DV survivors or
ISA survivors,
for most businesses to donate places like that.
whatever their loss was
Also
last year.
local
Places
that
that
house
like
people
food resources
are another place that
So
you
this
could
way,
consider donating
places
to.
who, like for example,
I've
may
implored
get
for
something
most
like,
businesses to donate a
may
portion
not
of
get
whatever their
anything.
loss was last
You
year
may have
to
rely
other
on
locations
resources,
like that
to
for
assist other
resources.
people.
So this way,
And if they do
places
get
who,
anything,
like for example,
may
get something like certain
may not
scenarios
get
like
like
displaced
home,
they may have
housing,
to rely on local resources
places that
to assist other people.
will accept
And
donations.
if they do get
for,
government funding, then
like I said,
certain scenarios like displaced home housing. There's places that will accept donations for, like I said, for example, Western North Carolina.
I do run
Disaster
my
relief
business through
locations.
I
prefer
y'all
yes to
be
look local first,
but
and then
I would
do
rather
that.
you guys donate
But
to places that actually need it rather than to a corporation.
I do run my business
They're,
through
utilize that
local
as
thrift
a
stores.
way to
So yes,
continue
that would be a
moving the
detriment to
product
me, and I know I
forward
understand that. But I would rather you guys donate to places that actually need it rather than to a corporation that doesn't, that I'm aware of, utilize that as a way to continue moving their product forward and having contracts with local government agencies or having
there's
an
too many
ability
fast
to
food
expand
locations
off
in
of
this country
Police
for
Corporation
anyone to
and leaning a little bit more into
the
portion
portion
that I required of them from their loss last year was 100%. Yes, exactly. So I am there's too many fast food locations in this country for anyone to be hungry. The portion that I required of them from their loss last year was 100%. You're not going to feel it. So I am requiring all businesses to donate 1%
So,
of their total
especially
losses
now,
from last year to someone.
a lot of people are going to need it,
Especially with the changes.
You're
that
gonna
are
lose it
happening.
from
You're not gonna
government
feel it.
down to our level of experience firsthand.
So, especially now, and the changes, a lot of people are going to
Not even clear yet. So we're
especially with the
still
changes that are happening from our government down to our level of
We don't even know
experiencing it firsthand. And the changes are every
not
day.
even clear
How
yet.
it
So we're
affects
still
you
in the
every
midst
day.
of
We
getting
don't even know
confusion for
what's
what's
happening
happening
right
right
now
now
is
is
going
going
to
to
affect
affect
us
us
6 months from now, right?
Um,
We don't even know
so
what's happening on
stand
like
fast
land level
and
of
keep your mind
every
free
day,
as much as
like how it
possible
affects you
here
every
on
day.
the
We don't even know how what's happening right now is going to affect us
You're
6 months from
building
now.
towards a better future.
So stand fast and keep your mind right as much as possible here going out because we really have no idea what's coming. I hope we are building towards a better future for all of us. But you know how that works. I'm very naive. That's all. It's my fire. Somebody's gonna It's my fire. She It's not lying. I'm gonna become your Chewbacca. So yeah, budgeting, going into financial audit, making sure that you have money set aside, it's cash on hand, or your banking information is nearby. So yeah, budgeting, going into the financial audit, making
Having
sure
the
that
supplies that
you
you
have
need
money
on
set
hand,
aside,
this
whether
is
it's
a
cash on
backup
hand
in
or
a couple of days anyway.
your banking information is nearby.
Be aware of scammers everywhere, naturally. Having the supplies that you need on hand, just as a backup. Having a couple of days ain't gonna hurt nobody. It's probably gonna cost $100, but So, 85% is unfortunately too. So, supper, I will only joke just 1 second. And then daily routines. Students what they do about summer shed and from questions and then power down. And then daily routine. Students what they do about summer shed and from questions. Look forward to a celebration. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. And then power down. I do need to. Yay! As if the rest of everything, but I think yesterday or today was the strawberry full moon or something. So look forward to a celebration. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Yay! As if the rest of everything, but I think yesterday or today was the strawberry full moon or something. So set your intentions on your wishing entertainment. That we can start working towards. Didn't really get too much into seriousness because we did talk about yesterday. And unfortunately, like an entire hour was didn't really get too much into seriousness because we did talk about a lot yesterday. And unfortunately, like an entire hour was completely muted before I realized that it was completely muted. So I will keep an eye out on progress for the plants. As of right now, it's been flowers. So the sunflowers, the squash, the mesclun, and the. So I will keep an eye out on progress for the plants. As of right now, it's made plants all have flowers. So the radish sunflowers, the squash, 7 packages of radishes, and the peppers do have a mini bulb on one of them. The carrots are getting there, and the babies still. Corn for some reason, radish galore for some reason. It planted like 7 packages of radishes. The peppers do have a mini bulb on one of them. I don't know about the rest. And then corn for some reason I put them in a shady place and maybe it fit in there. So once I get past, I might just go ahead and plant them. I want to say at least like 4 inches or so and then transfer them to some spot. Stability. I just don't know where it is. It's already used to that. I might just go ahead and plant them in between my sunflowers since we're going to have some stalls for stability between me or something like that because those are all right in the back area. I wasn't thinking exactly, I should have done 2 rows of a cat. Once towards the center, I'll probably leave it alone. There's no one but so, and then the back area, like I said, is all shaded, so I should allow that to be enough. I do actually have very much. Once towards the center, I'll probably leave it alone, but once I eventually transfer it to the west. I would and continue fertilizing those vertical bulbs. I do actually have so if very much one, say $3 to $5 last time bag that I fertilized. I legitimately find question cook up. So if you get one $3 to $5 fertilizer bag, when you make liquid bulb, not only are you watering it down, some water keeps stirring it, and then it becomes that as your fertilizer. Because the one bag has been actually lasting me this entire season. You're also getting that. So when you make liquid bulb, not only are you cutting down some of that shock to the root because you're cutting it with water, like an exponential amount of water, but you're also getting that having that liquid there so it's getting roots. system down at the base will actually get the fertilizer as well, instead of having it to where it's just powder across the top and it sprays off with water.
Sometimes
and
the fertilizer goes as well.
sometimes having that liquid gold is really going to help you with your yards and stuff like that. But also,
Because
when you are making food for yourself, sometimes like you don't really just want to decide.
I'm going to
Sometimes a smoothie is an option that you can look at depending on your health. Because even if you just use fruit, your sugars are going to spike because it's natural sugars.
I'm going to be
So I tried to. I know Jeff has some kind of like a powder mix that he uses.
I think it's the most expensive thing in the world.
I will try to make it to where,
Which is not far off from it.
I tried to mixology it and try to make it to where you could actually drink it and like
Yeah. Anyway, it's gross.
but for some reason when I put Unschooling or something like that into a smoothie, it's
Yeah. Anyway, it's gross.
but for some reason when I put like spinach or kale or something like that into a smoothie where it's like a solid form, it's not that bad. So there's that. This is the one about this. Find out however you can start getting more nutrients into your body, making sure that it's getting your mind right. So that way, like I said, this is building blocks. This is foundation. So this way, once you yourself as well as when you say it's making sure that your territory is clear. It's getting your mind right and into this mindset of battle to mind where you're going to higher vibration. So this way you can do better for yourself as well as for people around you. No matter what the sign is, even if it's not as extreme as the rise, it could just be your little bit of battle in your mind every single day. It's a battle either way. War is war.
You got your notebook.
Matter if it's with yourself or with others. So, but yeah. Since I'm here 2 hours, you got your notebook and you're ready to learn.
Well, I always do 2 hours.
Since I'm here 2 hours, I'm getting ready to kick off. And
Well,
y'all have a
I
good
always do
day.
2 hours.
And anyway, I hope this helps somebody else. Well, y'all have a good day. And I hope this helps somebody